Hello everyone, I'm Imtiaz Farhan bin Habib. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Agronochain Limited. We work with farmers in Bangladesh to make sure they get better access to finance, market, and most importantly, climate resilient post-harvest facility. Bangladesh, due to its topography, lies at a very low land. And due to this, the farmers in Bangladesh, they're highly and heavily affected by the changes that are currently happening due to the climate. We participated in COP29's Global Climate Initiative, and there was then another challenge named COP29 Global Green Innovation Challenge. We participated in that challenge, and we have gone to the finals, and we have pitched our idea on behalf of Bangladesh and the farmers of Bangladesh. So basically, we work as a voice for the farmers. Farmers in Bangladesh and anywhere around the globe, they don't get the price they deserve. We help them to get the price and the facility they deserve in order to bring the food on our table. Currently, we have onboarded 15,000 farmers, and 5,000 are to be onboarded by the end of this month more. And we are serving them in order to give them better price, market access, and most importantly, climate resilient facilities like drying, storage. Mostly we're working in the northern belt of Bangladesh and in Mymensingh belt as well. So basically, we have partnering banks with us who provide the farmers with low cost and affordable loans. Farmers in the rural area, they have to pay a very hefty amount of cost when they get loan from their local lender or loan sharks. We help them with the documentation in order to get a fair price on the loan as well. With the low cost loan, farmer can get access to better facilities as well, and also they can use that money for the livelihood and for the next harvest. So basically what we do is we get the orders from the big producers and processors and distribute it among the farmers throughout the season so that they don't have to sell it all together. We have got our local entrepreneurs who are working with us. These are licensed young personnel who are giving back to the community through their enterprises. We encourage them in order to provide post-harvest facilities to the farmers. When a farmer comes to us, they can dry their crops with us in our facility and then store it in our facility and get collateralized loan on the stored facility that they have. So our journey started when I came back from Australia. I worked with farmers in Australia, and this is a global problem that farmers don't get the price they deserve. So I came back to Bangladesh. I was working in the ecosystem at a different mode. I was advisor to a few startups. I also have worked as an investor as well with them and worked with them to get more investments and scale up as well. So when I was working with some of the startups, I found out that most of the startups are concentrated in the pre-harvest and in the market end, but there is little thing that is being done with the post-harvest. So my co-founder, Nafiul, he has been developing ag tech for the Bangladeshi market for the last 4 years. So we both came together and then we decided that there is something that we need to do in the post-harvest facilities portion that can help the farmers heavily. So we started our POC a few years ago, and we were working on it to see what is the right model that will help the farmer the most. Then we started our operation in Bangladesh 6 months ago. In this whole period, we have already onboarded more than 15,000 farmers, and a few thousands are awaiting in the list to be onboarded as well. And we are planning to expand globally in order to help farmers not only in Bangladesh but across the globe. Currently, we're working on certain tech advancements as well. We have a tech portal right now which can evenly distribute the whole orders, bigger orders into smaller pieces so that the farmers can sell one at a time. Now, the problem with the middleman is very much of a reality in Bangladesh. We're not removing the middleman, but we are actually helping them to add value to the system. We're restructuring the whole value chain for the agricultural ecosystem. The farmers and the consumers, they can get the products and produces at a very convenient price, which is a win-win situation for them. Currently in Bangladesh, the post-harvest loss is around 40%. We are trying to give it back to the stakeholders, which includes the farmers and the consumers as well. In this way, we're trying to lower the cost of input for the farmers. We're also trying to lower the cost of goods and cost of food for the local consumers in Bangladesh. We have had interest from outside Bangladesh who are interested to work with us on our model. So we have a plan to expand in Middle East and in Africa. So we have found out some partners who will be willing to work with us in order to help the farmers of those regions as well. Basically, now in Bangladesh, the food is produced, but it doesn't reach to the people at the right time. So when we have our system employed and deployed throughout Bangladesh or at a very substantial rate, it will help us to schedule the food accordingly. So what happens is at one point in time we have abundance and another one point in time we have shortages. If we can deploy it fully in Bangladesh, it will help us to schedule the food system, and this will help us to get food when there is a shortage, and we can also tackle the problem when there is an abundance in supply, and the farmers will not also lose out in this process. We're also working with some international companies as well, so that in the time when there is a shortage, we can help them, help the country, help Bangladesh as a whole in order to plug in extra food that is required during the time of shortages as well. We're working with a few partners company like in Dubai as well, who can help us in doing so. Currently, we have also been working with UNDP in a few projects. We have been recognized by some of the notable organizations like Stanford Seeds Park, Youth Collab, and the City Foundation as well. We have been part of a program by Netherlands Embassy in Bangladesh that's called Orange Corner as well, and we'll be very grateful because these people have actually motivated us in order to value our cause. So currently we're operating in 20 districts with our entrepreneurs in 15 of them, and we are training farmers across these districts in order to address their problems in farming as well. For example, in certain parts of Bangladesh, they were unaware how to store their crops that they have harvested. So we have trained these farmers in order to store their crops in a proper manner so that they can sell it through and through during the season, so that we don't have a shortage at one point in time. We are working with them in order to mitigate their supply and demand problem as well. Now they are trained with both pre-harvest and post-harvest management. So this will also tackle the problem with food wastage as well. The 40% of food wastage is a big number for a country like Bangladesh, where we have high inflation, high food costs, and shortages of food. So if we can tackle that, that will help the country a lot. So currently we're working on a system on our tech part. It's about giving back to the farmers what they deserve the most. That's the dire consequences of the climate change that they're facing. We want to give them the incentive that we get as a country in Bangladesh. Currently our system can track down the farmers who are affected by the dire consequences of climate change, and we can help them get those carbon credit that we deserve for our farmers. Our system that we are developing is based on a blockchain model as well, so we can track down which farmer has produced what and how much they have been affected by the changes of climate, like flood, cyclone, and any other issues that has been stricken by the climate change. Currently, we are also giving them back of their portion of the profits that they deserve and that is derived from selling of the byproducts of their produce as well. This helps them to get a better standard of living, increase their income by 20 to 25% through the sale of byproducts, and as well as fair share of the sale of their current produce as well. So far, we have been recognized in a few other places as well, like in Dubai. We were ranked as one of the top startups to look out for in GITEX Dubai 2024. And we have been also semi-finalist for the Supernova competition as well in Dubai. COP 2029, we have participated as a finalist for the Global Green Innovation Challenge as well. So currently, we are also working with a few investors in order to make sure that the impact investment reaches the startups in Bangladesh as well.